Right, if you've been applying for jobs lately, especially on LinkedIn, you may have noticed a strange phenomenon. A job is posted, and within an hour, it already has hundreds of applicants. So how's this possible? Turns out artificial intelligence is playing a large role. Joining us now to talk more about this is career coach Eliana Goldstein. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so how is AI impacting online applications?
So obviously AI can be tremendously helpful, right? There's so many tools and applications out there that allow you to apply for many jobs in a much more efficient manner. It's very helpful with your resume, customizing your resume, your cover letter, but those same benefits are also what are leading to the problem, if we want to call it that. Now, as you mentioned, if a job is posted, because people are using all these tools, within the first few days or even hours, there's thousands of applicants that are there, which makes it incredibly hard to stand out. And then simultaneously, in the past, your resume could really be used to help you stand out and differentiate you. But because people can leverage AI to really boost and impact their resume, now everyone really can and should have a strong resume. So it becomes that much harder to really be a standout candidate in a very competitive job market.
But on the flip side, how can people use AI to improve their resumes?
Yeah, and I really think going back to resumes, it's tremendously helpful, but really from the customization element, it's very beneficial. So when you're applying for a role online, whether it's a cold application or whether it's through a referral, you can't just have one resume and send it out to 15 different places. You need to be customizing your resume to the specific role that you are going for. So AI can be really helpful in terms of parsing through a job application, pulling out the relevant keywords, the qualifications, the skill sets needed, and then optimizing your resume to align. And it just makes that process so much easier.
And as you said, it's hard to stand out. So in a sea of resumes, how do you stand out?
Honestly, it has been and it will always be about networking and relationship building. Even in this, AI, consumed world that we're living in, human relationships are still incredibly important. So we need to be focusing on how do we develop relationships with people so that we can ultimately get those referrals, which drive the interview and then drive offers. And, I think that people have a very maybe outdated idea of what networking is. People think of it as being so transactional, or you're going into a big meet and greet with hundreds of people and handing out your business card. These days, networking is really as simple as reaching out to someone and setting up a 15-minute Zoom conversation. It can be much, much easier, and that's always going to be the most impactful way to get a role.
Such great ideas. Everything's changing. Thank you, Eliana. Appreciate it. All right, if you want more tips to take your career to the next level, send your questions to Eliana on Instagram.